Hello folks, so this is the day after Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath have performed their last show back to the beginning where it all started. So I'm just gonna real quick talk about the essential first album you should buy if you're just discovering Black Sabbath. If you are aware of Ozzy Osbourne, you're aware of some of his single hits such as Mama I'm Coming Home, Hellraiser, Crazy Train, and No More Tears. You know, if you know about some of those, then you know about actually liking Ozzy Osbourne. You actually have respect for him as an artist. And then next thing you know, you want to go into Black Sabbath. Now, how I started going into Black Sabbath is with this CD right here. It's black and red. I found it at Walmart for around $8 because it's been out for quite a while. So it is Black Sabbath, the greatest hits from 1970 through 1978. And the reason why I would recommend this to be your first CD album, because the hits that are in this CD compilation are actually really damn good. Just to name the track list, we have Black Sabbath, Nib, The Wizard, War Pigs, Paranoid, Iron Man, Sweet Leaf, Children of the Grave, Changes, Snowblind, Supernaut, Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, Hole in the Sky, Rock and Roll Doctor, Never Say Die, and a very good ending track, which is called Dirty Women. So now the way the way I was experiencing this album is, whenever you have a CD and you open it up, which look how beautiful it looks when you open it up, right, is that right here, this tray right here, is where you roll your numbers, right? You have your Black Sabbath CD, you're mature, and if you're an adult, then you're able to break down your medical herb and roll it while the CD is playing. And if you are someone that's young and you have an older brother, an older cousin, an older family member, and you give them $8, $10 for shipping, maybe if they could buy you this album, you give them money and they buy it for you online, then you could just rock out to this because it's going to give you that rock and roll heavy metal classic feeling. Because every single song that I just said, if you haven't heard them before and you hear them for the first time with physical media, back when music industry used to attach spirits to CDs so that when you listen to them, you're listening to them with an energetic feel, and it's just so damn awesome. So that being said, the first album I would recommend to anybody who's getting into Black Sabbath. Like I said, I found this at Walmart's. You could possibly go there, the CD section, or just order it online. And then another album that I want to recommend is called Beatles Love. Because I remember hearing an interview with Ozzy Osbourne. He was saying that he said that he would listen to the Beatles, right? Because the Beatles is how inspired him to make music. And one time I did a psychedelic compound that has 3 letters, and when I listened to Love from the Beatles for the first time, and then to know that Ozzy Osbourne also was doing his psychedelic things too while listening to this album, it made me connect with him as a person. So with that being said, if you're someone that likes to listen to music tracks back to back, then you should start with this. What order? I would say to start off with Black Sabbath and then listen to the Beatles. And then from there on, you can go out and buy the other CDs, because that's what this 1970-78 hit is going to do. If you already like it, you like these songs, then it's going to make you want to get more into the Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath CDs, such as, Paranoid, which this is one I have in physical media. Black Sabbath, that's where it echoes onto, because you see these are hits. So, what is this hit from? Oh, it's from this album. So it makes you want to get that album now. And then you say, oh, what album is this one from? And then next thing you know, you got Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, right? And it all starts from this compilation CD because it makes you want to look into the other ones. And then once you already have about 4 or 5 Ozzy Osbourne CDs / Black Sabbath CDs, maybe if you have several more, then you get into the Black Sabbath Ultimate Collection, which is this one right here. The one that's 2 disc. And then, next thing you know, you're a qualified Black Sabbath listener, and you actually have respect for the music. So that being said, thank you for watching this video, and thank you Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath, Bill Ward, Geezer Butler, Tony Iommi. You guys are my favorite rock and roll classic rock band. I have concluded my decision. 29 years old as of right now, in the month of my birthday, that's when they decide to close the doors for Black Sabbath. So in the month of my birthday, Black Sabbath, I want to say thank you. And that being said, get you this album. Peace out.
Once again, I would like to say thank you for watching.